I've been practicing law since 1998, so I've been doing this nearly 20 years now. And virtually all of that has been in what I call consumer protection litigation, which is going to be the focus of it today. Consumer protection litigation, I started calling it that as a background because when I used to go to people and meet them, I'd meet, say, doctors or people out in the street, and they say, oh, you're a lawyer, what kind of law do you practice? And I'd say consumer law. And I get this sort of blank look, and they'd say, what's that? And I kind of struggled to say, you know, what it is that we do. And eventually I hit on, we help little people stand up against the big guys. Because that's the bulk of what we do, is when I'm defending people in foreclosure, we're defending them against giant banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. When we're helping people with warranty problems or home improvement problems, there's a company on the other side, frequently a well-heeled company with many more lawyers than we can muster and many more resources. And we've just got some homeowner or car owner or someone who shelled out their life savings to fix their patio and now doesn't have a patio. So as I began to talk about what we do, I hit more and more on the word protection. We protect people from overbearing banks. We protect people from bosses who don't follow the law. We protect people from those companies and entities that would violate this host of laws that's out there. There is just a network of laws across Wisconsin and across federal law that are designed to protect individuals and provide them with important rights. And as you'll learn today, those laws are largely what I think of as self-executing private attorney general laws. They are fee-shifting laws, which means they are there to encourage lawyers like us to help these people who can't pay for us or have cases that are so small that they would never pay a lawyer to handle that case. You know, I will tell you, my consulting fee to sit down and talk to me in my office, we usually ask that you bring $1,000 in with you. And most people don't want to do that, especially because sometimes their cases are only worth $500 or $700. But when we tell them, we're going to try and get you that money back, every penny you pay me, we're going to hope comes from Bank of America or the debt collector or your warranty company. They're a lot more willing to bring that money in and sit down and listen to me and talk to me. And that's one of the really good things about these fee-shifting statutes is it allows you to sell your services to someone who otherwise would have no incentive to pay you. And then you get to go out and be what I think of as the good guy. You are enforcing the law. You know, when I went to law school, my first vision was I was going to try and be an assistant district attorney and maybe a district attorney. And it didn't work out that way. But I sometimes like to think when I'm out there trying cases that I'm essentially acting as what an assistant attorney general would do. We're out there enforcing these laws on behalf of consumers, and the government doesn't have the resources to do it. So they've given us the opportunity to police the bad guys using their resources. And so I began describing myself as a consumer protection attorney because people got that. Everyone's heard of consumer affairs and consumer protection. And now when I say I do consumer protection law, they'll go, oh. And then they all think of something that's happened to them that they wanted to call me or someone about, but they didn't know who was out there. You know, nearly every person I talked to has had some kind of run-in with some company that they weren't very happy about, but they didn't know they could even talk to anyone about it or do anything about it. So that's what we're going to learn today, is how you in your practice can spread the word that there is some help out there, and if you want to take on the mantle of doing this, we'll start teaching you how you can do it.